Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to thank you for joining me in my craft room, and also thank you for all the lovely comments and subscribing to my channel. That is so unexpected and so appreciated. Thank you so much. Today I am working on this side of the page, and I'm kind of showing you my full process without having to cut out all the boring stuff. Of how I decided. I know I want to use this girl picture, and I know I want it to be a collage, so I want a couple of layers. And so the first background page, I'm trying to figure out what to go between that page and the little girl picture. And I'm just looking through the stash of stuff that I had printed out before I started making the journal, because they all had the color scheme that I wanted. And so it's just a matter of looking at each thing, layering each thing, finding different things, looking around, see what else I have. And I finally decided on using a different background because I couldn't find anything that worked that I really liked, although I did like that background page. Now this other pretty page works better for me. It's got that flower, so that also has the greens in it that I like. And I was finally able to arrange different pieces of paper and layer them to where I thought it looked cute. And even then I'm still, switching and changing. I wasn't sure about that, the script page. And so I want to be sure that I look through different things before I make my final decision. And, I really don't know until I lay things out and see how they work, whether something blends in too much or distracts from the focal image, or, it just doesn't work for me. So that's all I'm doing. I'm trying to picture my head, and then I finally have to start committing. And things are easier once you start tearing them down and able to fit things better on the page to see what will show and what won't show. So that's the first thing I'm doing is tearing out this one piece for the background. And I even ended up tearing more of it off because I really liked part of it and it was just going to get covered. So I tore it off later, and I'm going to save it for another piece. So here I'm testing out this piece, and I think it's just too light, and it doesn't offer enough contrast or interest. And this text piece here, it does the words you can see better, and so it's a different script or font or color from the background page, so it'll stand out on its own. And again, this is just how I do it, and what my tastes are and my thought process, and everybody else, will have a different one. So don't feel like you're doing it wrong. You're just doing it your way. Okay? So what looks right for you, that's what you go for. Okay? Don't feel you have to copy exactly. But if you want to copy exactly, feel free to. I love it. I'm so happy that I can inspire someone. So sometimes I like to layer a different texture. Now this tissue paper is one layer of texture, and that creepy cloth that you get at the Dollar Tree at Halloween time, that's another layer of texture. You can also use like cheesecloth or even fabric. This time I just wanted to use something different because I haven't used it as much. So to also help break up the patterns and distinguish each layer, I like to go around and edge everything. And my ink of choice is just the vintage photo here. Sometimes it's a darker color. I'll go with walnut stain, sometimes black, depending on the digital kits. And you don't have to use the Distress Oxide. You can use whatever ink pad you have. You can use blues or greens. I just like this brown because it gives it that vintage antique look. And that also kind of matches with, these images and the writing. So you can already see how it it helps separate each image, and that's what I was going for. So I'm just going to start committing and layering. And I even forget where I put that blue tissue paper, and I put it somewhere else. You know, it just works. As you start laying things down, you just kind of get into this groove, you know, and you just go from there. And these kind of collages, once you have everything laid out around you, and I had already printed it out, things that I would want for this journal, it really doesn't take as much time. And that's why I went ahead and wanted to keep this. I only sped it up 2 times, so it's down to 10 minutes, so it's 20 minutes tops for this one page. And it's only like a 5x8, 5x8, no, 8x5, yeah. 8x5 page. So they can come together quick once you kind of learn what you like and learn how the layers work, and you have everything ready. And for me, line of sight helps so much because I'll forget what I have packed in a drawer somewhere. And sometimes it could be, you know, 3 inches too far to the left or the right, and I'll still forget I have it. So I like to have everything in front of me. I have a little wooden butterfly button on the other side of this page. That's why it's a little difficult for me to press down flat. But I want to make sure the glue gets from that girl picture all the way down through the cheese. Well, it's not cheesecloth, the creepy cloth. And so here it didn't take me as long to choose a word. Sometimes it'll take me 5-10 minutes, you know, to read through everything, see what works right. And those are the snarky ones, so that wouldn't work with this journal. Someday I'll do some snarky stuff. Maybe in a glue book. So I even edged this, and it just helps lift it off the page so you can see it against, you know, that flower is kind of a busy background. And I decided, since this is a butterfly and blue journal, it needed a butterfly. And I felt that green one kind of matched the theme on that page, which is mostly the greens and aquas. And I was looking for a little piece of ephemera because I knew there was a couple pieces that came with the kit. And I couldn't find anything that wasn't blending into that tan of the background. And then I remember I have another kit from Artie Mae's that has all these little ephemera pieces. And I found one that worked. And it just says like field notes on it, I believe. But it has the green outline, and so I felt that matched with that page. Which is kind of a mixed page because it's got like blue ink on the actual signature page, and then I end up adding some blue bling. So but it all works, you know, it's different shades of the same family-ish. That's my story. So I'm just gluing these down and figuring out where they work, and it's just pretty colors to me, and that's what's catching my eye. You know, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm not overthinking it. And I'm just having fun, you know, decorating the page. And I was looking through my little stash of crocheted doilies and flowers because I felt it needed something else, but nothing worked in that container. And then I remembered my favorite squishy flowers, and those are blue, and so I'm going to reach for those in a second. But again, it's just going through what you have, trying, laying it down, yay or nay, and then trying something else, and you eventually find something you like. And if you don't find anything else you like, then the picture is done. And so I like those little flowers. I got them from AliExpress. I got them in several colors. And so that fixed the emptiness up there in that corner, but those words are just kind of standing out to me. And this is when I remember I have that blue bling. And so I'm just going to add a little piece there, and then that's it. You know, the page is done for me. I like the colors. I like the different layers and textures. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it inspires you to create something, and happy creating. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.